Jeff, you betcha here. Jeff, you betcha here. We're fucking out here again, baby. We're back. We're back again. It's 2 in 1 day. That's 2 in 1 day. The gains won't go away.
Stupid.
Hey, yo, let me tell you something. A few streams ago, maybe about a week ago, your boy was looking frail, man. I was letting all the stresses and shit. I was letting all the motherfucking stresses and just all the bullshit, man. I was letting it get to my fucking head, and I was skipping my meals and my workouts. What?
Bombakat.
Do they even make those? Is that possible? Mr. Ab, Mr. Macros, Mr. Workouts?
Stupid.
Hey guys, let me tell you something. Sometimes my humanness kicks in, and I hit one of those. You feel me? Sometimes my humanness kicks in, and I hit a good. You feel me? And all it takes is a few weeks of slacking for real, and you're eating and working out, and then you feel me. That whole shit is clipped. You feel me?
Stupid.
Consistency is a huge part of staying on point. And then I came on stream, which is why it's good to make content and shit like that, because it keeps you accountable. You feel me? Because I came on stream and I was like, nah, I'm looking too frail. Because like I like to be like, while I'm streaming and shit, I like to be animated and I like to hit some flexes and shit like that. You feel me? And I was looking on the stream and I was like, oh no, I'm looking too small. And then I decided to turn that bitch up and motherfucking put on 6-7 pounds in like 2-3 days. Now we starting to get back little by little. You feel me? We're not fully there, but much better than we were just a few days ago. You feel me? Those fucking gains drop a bomb for the gains, bitch. But yeah, man, we're here again. You feel me? You know how we doing the stream. I gotta get the gains. I'm letting some boiled eggs cool down in the refrigerator, so I can motherfucking peel them shits real nice and easy. So I'm gonna get those shortly. I got 7 boiled eggs waiting for me. You know how many grams of protein that is? That's about 42 grams of motherfucking protein, bitch. Stop playing with me. Stop fucking playing with him, son. All you gotta do, for real, is track the macros, get the workouts. You feel me? I might have to do some curls on stream too. I'm not even gonna lie, because I've been keeping a nice pump and it's been feeling good. And I don't want to sacrifice that shit for the stream, so I might have to get some curls in on the fucking stream. Come on, son. Yo. So yeah, we might have to hit some curls on stream. I'm not even gonna hold you. We're gonna have to get some gains on stream. I'm gonna have to be eating my eggs. You feel me? Shit. Your boy started the stream with an empty fucking glass. I normally keep the lemon water on deck. I was slacking. You feel me?
Stupid.
Yes. No bueno on that one. No bueno on that one. You feel me? That fucked up on that one. But fuck it. I always leave the stream. You feel me? Sometimes I leave the stream and I'll throw on a nice little that 007, that GoldenEye motherfucking intermission music. You feel me? It's not like I just leave you here with nothing. Like, hold on, where that shit at? Oh, here we go. Throw this bitch on. Stop fucking playing with it, man. But yeah, so we're gonna stay active, as we always do. You feel me?
Bombakat!
I think I'd be going a little too crazy with the sound effects sometimes. I'm not even gonna lie, but you feel me? I just really don't give a fuck. You feel me? They don't give a fuck, bitch. My power levels is to a whole different level you could never comprehend.
Get over here!
You feel me? I'm ready. You know what? I'm feeling patriotic. Fuck it. Fucking playing with me, son. When I feel patriotic, I throw that bitch on. You feel me? Hit the eagle. You feel me? Playing with him, man. Anyway, today let's jump into this shit. We got the motherfucking Mike Rashid, my guy Michael Sartain. That's a nice duo. The double mics. You feel me? You heard? This stream in a few parts because it's like 2 hours on the motherfucking podcast. And in reaction time zone, reaction time land, that's like 4 hours. And I don't know if I got a 4-hour podcast in me. I'm not even gonna hold you. So yeah, we might have to do this in a few separate parts. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna lie on this one, but we're gonna get started and see how long we finna last on this bitch. Run it. Let's run this shit.
People suffer from a condition called slave morality. You have master morality, you have slave morality, right? From my observation of society and of history, slave morality is programmed on people from religions. Now, people got to understand this. Religion always have been tied to the bosses, like tied to...
Religion has always been tied to what's known as the motherfucking priest class. You feel me? It started back with the motherfucking pharaohs. You feel me? I just hit that on the bullseye like an arrow. See, it's called the priesthood class, and it actually evolved from the priesthood class into what we know now as the government. But really, my friends, there shall be no barrier between you and God. You know what I'm saying? There shouldn't be no priest or anybody in between that should have to tell you, like, I communicate with God. God doesn't need no middleman. You feel me? I'm going to just keep it all the way being. I'm going to say that again because that's a real fucking bar. God does not need a middleman. You feel me? Real shit. Now if now if somebody's trying to get it in the middle of you and God, well, that's how you know, my friends, that's a big fucking red flag right there. You feel me? God does not need a middleman. You communicate with God. You know what I'm saying? So, Yeah, man, I just had to drop my little input. You feel me? He started touching remotely, getting close to that area, and I had to expand. You feel me? But that's what the fuck I do, boy. I bring new life to this shit. You feel me? You know what? Fucking play the GoldenEye theme.
Bombakat!
Stop fucking playing with me, man. You know your boy shitting. I fucking love that one. It always makes me fucking laugh. Shitting out here, man. Come on.
It's over 9,000!
When I expand, when I get to expanding, I get to demanding. And when I expand, I feel like the man. Let me drop a motherfucking bomb. I'm just giving my little input, but let's continue.
Corporations, industries, or governments.
Yeah.
What the fuck did I say? Every single time I come on this bitch and pause this bitch, I unpause and they say what I just said while it was on pause. Every single time. Never fails. Go watch all my streams. Go to the fucking Wendy's. Doke. Stop fucking playing with me, son. Don't let me start. Don't let me get started. Don't let me tell you to go. Hey, yo, go to the fucking Wendy's. Doke. Stop fucking playing with me, son. I just said that. I just said governments. I'm gonna do a few set of curls while we watching this shit. You feel me? Curls for the girls. You feel me? They love when your biceps is motherfucking bicep. You gonna notice when your biceps is bulging and the veins is busting. When the biceps bulging and the veins is busting, she gonna notice, cousin. We on the podcast, so we on the fucking stream, so we gonna take it light in between. You know how much that was? I just curled like it was baby weight, like it was nothing. That was motherfucking 40 pounds. That shit is light to your boy.
Stupid.
Come on, son. That shit is baby weight. That shit is over with, done. That shit is dead and need a rebirth. Where's the longer version? Where's the longer version of the Undertaker shit? Fuck is that shit at? Yeah. you something. The shirt is not gonna last too long today. I can tell you that much. You feel me? Feel me? Fucking playing with me, son.
Big pause.
Hey, yo, chill.
Pause.
You feel me? That's for the ladies on the stream. When the shirt come off, it's for the ladies on the stream. You feel me? When the shirt come off, it's for the ladies on the stream. When the shirt come off, it's for the ladies on the stream. When the shirt come off on the stream, she gonna let me get between. Stop fucking playing with me, son. Let's continue this bitch. This how you turn a 2-hour podcast into 6 hours. Jackie Chan with the talisman. I got 6 powers. Yeah. We did the regular curls. I had to switch to the hammer curls. Whew. She started dancing like it was 1985 in Hammer's World.
On some money plays. So people think that these people are some holy people. These are just people.
Yeah.
These are men with agendas, and their agenda is to be good to themselves and make as much money as possible.
Yeah.
So how they're doing that is by keeping most people under the condition of slavery. Psychologically, this is what I'm talking about. They associate morality to suffering, to the downtrodden, to oppression.
Yeah.
Right?
Control. Yeah.
Listen, sometimes you can get overpowered and oppressed, right? Get out of it. I adhere to reality, not idealism. I do not think that all men are created equal. I do think life is fair. You fight for it. Human beings, we're incredible. I love humans. I love being a human, right? But we do weird shit. We do weird shit like decide that everybody's equal.
Yeah.
Right? I don't even like the idea of voting, right? Because most people are not qualified to vote on. You don't know anything about these issues, right? I'm all right with the strongest, the wisest ascending to the top and distributing rules. I'm cool with that.
Like a Darwinistic, naturalistic look at view.
I'm not really keen on, I don't know a lot about Darwin's teachings, but a naturalistic view.
Yeah.
The strongest, wisest.
I was doing some shit on my phone and I had looked up and see me in the corner of the stream looking brolic. I was down on my phone like this and I seen them fucking traps and shoulders busting and I had to drop a bomb for that. Common theme on this stream, you know. When you drop 2 bombs, you gotta drop 3 bombs because we magical, man. Stop fucking playing with me, dog.
Is at the top.
Yeah.
I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
Who don't want that being their representative?
Well, the people not on top. Those are the ones who are not, you know what I'm saying?
But they associate that with negativity. So somebody said to me like, yeah, but what about a Buddhist monk and this, that, and the third? And I said, listen, I have no issue with monks. I kind of envy the fact that they get to employ tactics to gain that level of self-mastery. Yeah. However, they don't do shit for anybody but themselves, right?
That's a good point.
You may call me an asshole, aggressive, but guess what? I and people like me shift society. Why would you say that, Mike Rashid? I run businesses. We are aggressively raising the bar in our industry. That's competition, and competition breeds innovation. So it's making it better for your ass, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And people like me, we're making shit happen, creating jobs, right? Creating opportunities for people. And we're giving y'all something to talk about. motherfucker. How about that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all, but I heard a lot of motherfucking bars. Talk that shit.
Stupid. Yeah, it is really interesting, right? All these people. When you come to the situation like you said before, remember we had a conversation in the conference room about discipline, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many people require discipline,
Right.
So it's like there's two sides to this coin. Number one, you grow up and you're taught a certain way to dress, a certain way to talk to your elders, a certain way to show some level of respect, because you need that.
Right.
To a point, though, where it's excessive. Like, for instance, our education system in the United States, the Prussian model of education was created to create manufacturing jobs. So you would go through school until you were 18.
Real quick,
Yeah.
Tell the people how long ago that was implemented.
That was Russia. The Prussian model, I think, was in the 18th century.
Okay. And we're in what, 2024?
2024, yeah.
AI, tech.
Yeah, if you guys want a great example of like ways we could change our education system and make it way more efficient, read The One World Schoolhouse by Solomon Khan. He just talks about this concept where like teachers should be there for group activities, that children should actually, like, what's the reason?
Woo! Holy shit, we getting them gains on stream. We're getting the endorphins running on the motherfucking stream, bitch. Oh my goodness, let's fucking go.
Bombakat!
I'm about to re-up. I'm about to grab some water. You feel me? I'll be right back. Let's see if I can run, pour the water by time the elevator music finish playing. Actually, hold on. Never mind, I just fucking looped it. See how quickly I just came up with a solution there? Fucking goated. Good thing I looped it. That was about 4 times. By the way, the guns is fucking busting. God damn, the guns is gunning. Oh my goodness. The guns is fucking gunning right now. They busting. Woo! Let's fucking go, baby. Damn it. I thought I brought my Reese's bag with me too. I'm gonna grab that, but I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna go. That shit gonna take like 2 seconds, so I'm gonna continue playing.
And why you and I couldn't go to JUCO and actually be taught by a Nobel Prize winner. Why not? We can watch it on video.
Right.
It seems way more efficient to me than someone who like barely cares about their job, but that the teacher is now the proctor to get the classroom discussion going. And therefore we can learn from each other and like explore maybe the mock trial or doing a real world case study. That's what the teacher's for. But the actual seminar, the actual lesson should be done by, you know, someone who's won a Nobel Prize. Why can't I learn evolutionary psychology from Dr. David Buss at UT Austin? Why can't I learn from the best? Why can't I have learn evolutionary biology from Richard Dawkins? Why can't I do those things? And the reason why is because teachers unions want to hold their place, and then you get into this. Teachers union has become this monolith, so it becomes harder and harder to teach people. But anyway,
holy shit! This man is dropping some secret bombs. So you telling me there's some sort of conspiracy where they make it hard to teach the shit that we really need to know in school? Because there's certain unions and shit like that? Is that what you're saying? this shit. They would really do some shit like that to us.
Stupid.
Psych, bitch. They always doing shit like that to us. They always doing some shit like that to us. Matrix be having the little fucking errors and bugs and shit. It's called motherfucking weirdos. It's called they trying to fucking control us. Of course they don't want to education us. Oh, son, to me that sounds like a motherfucking conspiracy. Yo, I'm cooked as fuck, bro. I'm cooked, y'all. I know I'm cooked, son. I know I'm cooked. It's all good. Let's continue.
Anyway, we get into this place where we still want our children to have discipline, but then we don't want them to be sheep either.
I think people are all right, okay with it. They don't even think about what's becoming.
I think you and I don't want our children to become sheep. I agree with what you're saying. I think most people, but they kind of go along to get along. Yeah. I was thinking when you started talking about the slavery mentality, I started thinking about the YouTube commenters that you were saying before, like these guys who write negative stuff. They stand for nothing. They provide no alternative solution. Right. They don't make anyone's life better. Right. They stand against everything, and they think they're free. But they're like their slave masters had made them believe that they're free. Like again, we were just I was showing that Will Hitchens post. Will Hitchens just panders to women. He has a big following on Instagram from just women pandering, and Meta rewards that type of content. And so when he legitimately thinks he's free, and we're the ones who are slaves. Like he can't make any other content. He can only make women pandering content.
And he gives off poor energy.
Yeah,
women are not lined up to fuck this guy.
Yeah,
for sure. He has no groupies. He has nobody's in.
I don't know who that is, but that's funny. This way, my bad. I'm eating Reese's right now. I don't know. I don't know who bro is that they're talking about, but this nigga Mike Rashid said he got negative Riz, no Riz, no Riz. He said he got that. He said no bitches are lining up to fuck this guy. Drop a fucking bomb for Mike Rashid shitting on, bro. Yo, that's funny as hell. I don't know who this guy is, but apparently he just like they're saying he's pandering to women, so I guess he's just making content that's just pretty much giving the masses of women shit that they want to hear, pretty much just to get their engagement type shit.
In his DMs, right? It's always those guys. There's another guy, Chris GQ Perry. Have you seen him?
No, I haven't seen him.
I can't stand this guy, right? It's so annoying, and women eat it up. All right, so the guy's looking at a teleprompter. I can tell, right? Because it's like his eyes is over here, but his head is straight. It's very weird, right? And he's reading these little woke feminine quotes, and they eat it up. It's so pathetic. It's like, bro, shut the fuck up. You don't even think about these things, right?
Hold on. Mike Rashid said,
"Shut up, bitch."
You're probably getting AI to write all of this shit. He's a chemical robot.
Yeah.
Programmed to say things that get women to like. And I see girls who I know and liking this shit. I'm like, you would not fuck this guy.
That's exactly.
You would not fuck this guy.
I want to grab them by the collar and be like, dude, she'll never fuck you. Like, I'm not even mad at them. I just want to slap. Dude, I know you think when I make content that discusses the difference between men and women, I know you as the white knight male want to jump into the comments and go after me. Just know all those women who liked your content.
Michael Sartain is one of them dudes who knows every single term with the whole red pill shit. Listen, I fuck with you, Mike Sartain. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to give you a. I'm sorry, yo. When they start getting into all the terminologies and shit like that, man, that shit just sounds very nerdy to me, son. It sounds very whack. But I understand because he sells his shit, and I'm not talking down on him. I just want to keep it all the way a bean, but I gotta keep it a bean on the stream. I always say this whenever it comes to red pill people because I'm reacting to this content, so I want to make sure I know it's known my stance because I don't want people to group me in with that weird shit. You feel me? Like, we're over here busting out fucking curls. We ain't fucking writing down terms on girls. Yeah. See that last rep right there? That's what we call slow eccentric. Yeah, bitch. Let's fucking get it, bitch. I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. We pumping out curls. We ain't motherfucking writing terms about girls. Stop fucking playing with me, man.
Then
It's still gonna fuck.
Hey, yo, but like I said, respect to Michael Sartain. Respect to the whole shit. I know, like, when you tap into these incels and shit and people who will be knowing the terms and shit, those nerds, you tap into a market. They spend money, so get that money, Mike. It just always personally, I just be cringing and shit whenever I hear these terms and stuff. Be too much, but I understand and I respect it. Whatever.
never ever fuck you, and it's just
still
like
gonna
so
hang out with
crazy.
me and my girlfriend.
Yeah, for sure. But that's another one. When I started making content that was more controversial, there were certain female friends of mine that were like straight up feminists. They're like huge influencers. And I legitimately thought I was going to lose them as friends. And the opposite was true. They want to come on my show. I had one girl, she I'm not really comfortable with your content. Now she's like, my ex-boyfriend watches your show. Now I want to go on your fucking show. Yeah. And it's one of these crazy things. I thought I was going to lose them as friends, but they weren't going to really be friends. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Destiny and I are friends.
Yeah, because this is why it's important to be authentic and shit online. You feel me? Because it really just helps you weed out the people who don't really match up with you. Simple. Like, why you want to be around a bunch of people that if you really kept it all the way 1,000 and said what you thought, then they wouldn't be around you? The fuck?
Stupid.
That shit is dumb. So let people fucking leave. You feel me? Peace. We don't care. We don't care. That's actually good. You feel me? You feel me? Like, if you don't resonate, then don't hesitate. Get your ass up out of here. It's a motherfucking bar right there. I said, if you don't resonate, don't hesitate. Just leave. Your boy really be spitting on this bitch, man. Your boy be spitting.
But I don't agree with the stuff that he says. But like, I like the guy a lot. You know, it's one of these situations. And then Rollo Tomasi and Destiny can't stand each other. But Rollo's one of my best friends in the world.
It's weird for people to agree with every single thing that each one has. People got to be all right with that. You're gonna disagree.
That's a fact, man. Like, even me, now I'm doing these reactions and shit. I always give my opinion on certain people and shit like that. I never talk down on another nigga. That's some bullshit. You feel me? That right there. You don't talk down. You don't talk down on other men, especially when they're not there, shit like that. But I just give my opinion. You feel me? And obviously, I'm goated, so these fucking clips is gonna start to blow up. You feel me? And I'm not finna be having beefs and all shit like that because of like what Mike Rashid is saying. That's why I always make it a point to be like, yo, I respect, bro. You feel me? Da da da. I'm just giving my opinion. You feel me? because I'm just keeping it all the way 100 with myself. And, you know, you're never going to agree. I got Reese's on my fucking forum. You're never going to agree 100% with anybody, you feel me? So it don't have to mean it's a beef or some shit if you don't agree with somebody. And that's what's some weird shit that be going on in this space. Let's call it the red pill cartel, because them niggas getting a lot of money, y'all. It's a lot of young men out there that need guidance and shit like that, and they getting a lot of money with this shit, you feel me? Get that fucking money on. But yeah, don't gotta be none of that weirdo shit, you know. I have my opinion, and that's all it is, you feel me? Like, just leave it at that. So that's a fire point that Mike Rashid is making right now.
It's not the end of the world. You don't lose a friendship because you guys don't see the same thing, right? This is interesting. So there's notions that I landed on that I wish that certain friends of mine did, and certain friends I really care about them, right? And I don't want to like bruise their feelings or their egos. Yeah. So I kind of like back off, but I have faith. I'm like, he's smart though. I think he's gonna get it one day, and it always happens. They always like, you know what, bro? I was thinking about this shit. This shit is kind of stupid. And like, I'd be wanting to write it down. Like one day, so and so is going to come out of this, right? Because
dealing with women is self-critiquing. In the Air Force, we had this one thing. We had this joke. It's like if you don't put the gear down when you land, it's self-critiquing because you blow up in a fireball, right? The nose goes into the runway. You can make that mistake, but you can only do it once. Dealing with women is also self-critiquing. It's just, are you willing to take the lesson? If you continue to choose women of a certain ilk, you will continue to get cheated on by those women, and then keep thinking that the women are the problem instead of being able to discern a woman who needs a high level of stimulus in order to be with you. Well, if she needs a high level of stimulus, she's just going to go take a photo with Chris Brown and let him grab her ass. That's not the girl you're going to marry. You can have fun with her. You can invite her over with you and your girl, but that's not the girl you should marry. And this other girl, she actually requires less stimulus and brings less drama in your life. But because you're not used to that, you can't tell that that's the good woman. The woman who brings you more peace, and she might not even be as hot, but she brings you more peace. And then you're like, oh, that's the one you stay with for 75 years and have kids with. Okay, now I understand that. But it's self-critiquing. You go through it enough. The problem with men and women, though, is if you and I learn this lesson in our late 40s or early 50s, we can still have kids. And we'll have a lot of money, be experienced. The problem is if you're a woman and you figure this out when you're 38, oh shit.
But that's not a thing, though. Generally speaking, not always, I don't date somebody that's over 30. An attractive woman that's over 30 and that's single, to me, is problems. Why are you single?
Yes.
You've had probably too many experiences, right, with men. So you're carrying a lot of emotional baggage.
Carrying all that motherfucking baggage. You ain't gonna fucking change. You feel me? You can't teach your old dog new tricks. How many heartbreaks did happen in that 30 years? How many heartbreaks happened in that 30 years? And you're so beautiful, but why? Why? Is it really all them? You feel me? Like beautiful women that got their senses together, they get wiped to fuck up. You feel me? They get wiped to fuck up early. That's a hot commodity. You feel me? Like, so when niggas come across that, they trying to take that up off the market because it's a hot commodity. It's not gonna last long on the market. So if you motherfucking 30s, you 30 or in your 30s, then might be a little flirty.
Stupid.
You feel me? Hey man, but hey, shout out to all people though. You know, we love people, but we just make observations. That's all. Everybody's all good to be themselves and shit like that. We just gotta make certain observations to protect ourselves. You feel me? That's it. Continue, Mike. Continue.
Baggage that I don't deserve to have to deal with. I typically don't. And here's the thing with people, period, not just women, but men and women. The older one gets, if they're not locked into a growth mindset early, if they're not able to take constructive criticism and pivot and want to be right, they're not going to change the older they get. They get more stuck in their ways.
Men and women can't teach old dogs new tricks.
Is more brazen. They really think that they be telling people, but I'm like, but you're lonely. You know what I'm saying? all right, strong woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had a girl one time. She told me,
Nah, Mike just had a fucking. He just had a flashback. He just had a flashback in his head. I just saw it, man.
in the beginning that this isn't going to work out.
Yeah.
Not by saying that, but she said, I used to be masculine in relationships. I'm like, but you know, I've been doing some work and and I understand and said all the right things, but in my head, I'm like, it doesn't happen like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen like that. And sure enough, it was just a lot of like, it was good a lot, but those tendencies would come out, right?
Yeah.
When I'm correcting certain things, it was hard for her to accept it. You know what I'm saying? It was hard for her when she would fuck up. It was like impossible to say, I'm sorry.
And then when she figures it out, it was her idea. It was never, oh, Mike, you were right. It was her idea that she finally came to this realization. That's one of the reasons why I'm with the girl I'm with now is because after a couple years, she's like, we had spent some time where I was on vacation or I took a trip, come back. And she came to this realization. She comes to me and she goes, I've been listening to all my female friends and a lot of them are 40, 50 years old and they're alone. And I started to realize I don't want to listen to their advice because I don't want their life. And then,
Bruh.
Stupid.
This goes for everybody, man. And this is not even just relationships. Like if people is not where you fucking, if people is not where you want to be, bro, when they in a relationship or whatever they trying to give you the advice on, if they're not where you want to be with that shit, why the fuck would you listen to them? But it's just people like it be their friends and shit, so they think like, you know, they know they got their best. They hope they have their best interests at heart.
Stupid.
But they just might not know what the fuck they talking about. They might not be able to give you that advice on that in that area. You feel me? So that's another fucking bomb. Let's drop it. And you know, we dropped 2, we dropped 3.
then she was like, and this is when I knew this is a different girl. She goes, I started to realize everything you told me, Michael, was right. Everything you said
girl
was
is
right.
smart.
Yeah.
She's smart.
It was incredible when I heard it because she was rambunctious when I met her. She's from Southwest Arkansas, you know what I'm saying? And so it was one of these things where like you come to that realization that this works for you and this doesn't. And like, can you take that feedback and understand? Because as men, we have to do that. Right. We're not attractive enough to get through life. Mm-hmm. Most of us aren't. We're not rich enough when we're born to get through life. We actually have to be told no several times, and we have to become stronger, more proficient. We have to become useful to other men. Mm-hmm. These are things we have to do. Whereas if you're a really attractive woman, there's this period of time, especially from the time of say 18 to 28, where you can say something fucking crazy and dudes are like, God, I really want to fuck. So I'm just going to listen to this nonsense and not say anything. I'm not going to comment on your ridiculous Instagram post, or I'm not going to say this to your face because I'm trying to smash. And so these women will.
Like Rashid in the background, like, yeah.
Stupid.
He sounds like he's not trying to hear bro talk right now. He sounds like he's like,
shut your damn mouth.
Michael Sartain is going off like this. Hold on. Michael Sartain right now is like, Michael Sartain is like that, and then motherfucking Mike Rashid is in the background like,
shut up, bitch.
Nah, this is just, it was funny. It was funny how he started going off, and Mike is like, yeah.
Will go 10 years and they'll like, it's like the emperor has no clothes and nobody wants to tell him this. And you get to this point where, and I've had several women come to this realization, but the problem is, when do they come to this realization? Myron Gaines has this really great quote. He goes, "Women do not truly begin to grow until men stop buying them drinks." At that point, it's like, oh, dude, you know what I'm saying? I start thinking about it. It's like, yeah, because no one ever bought me drinks.
Right.
So I had to make these right decisions. I had to join the military, learn to become an entrepreneur, stop eating.
Wow, this nigga Michael Sartain's going off on the motherfucking red pill rant. I'm gonna be doing my fucking curls.
Like shit. The military, funny enough, that was the worst I've ever eaten. I was in the worst shape. I had to start eating better, start taking care of my body, cold plunge, intermittent fasting, sauna room, I started doing 4-day splits in the workouts. I started I listened to my friend Jay Cutler, when he started telling me workouts to do, stuff like that. And from all that, I have to make those decisions, and no one was going to save me. And if I didn't want to do those things, one of the other parts was it was so appealing to go back to being a sheep. My friend Owen Cook, who runs Real Social, he used to run Real Social Dynamics. Owen used to say, beta males get to eat too. Beta males get to fuck every once in a while. Beta male, it's not that bad being a beta male. For you and me, it would be the worst thing in the world. But for most guys, it's like
had to drop a bomb for the games because we about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sets in. Let's fucking go, bitch.
beta male, that doesn't sound that bad. And so most guys are going to see the situation. They're like, well, I get one wife, right? I do get a job where I might get some retirement and I can get a credit card. And from their standpoint, they look at that and they're like, that doesn't sound that bad. Yeah. What's the opposite? People make fun of me. People
not
criticize
that
me.
bad for most people.
Yes.
Right. And it's got to be like that.
Yeah.
Listen, it's just a small space at the top. Look at the Pareto principle, right?
Yeah.
It's always a small output of anything, creating the most output of everything, right? So that is no difference with men of certain statures, right?
Yeah.
It's very few, right? So most people have to be regular, have to be average.
Yes.
It's okay. I just tell people, especially anyone within the earshot of me, at least try.
Yeah.
Try. You don't have to accept being average, because life becomes very colorful and very fulfilling when you're trying to peak.
Yeah.
When you're trying to hit your potential. And human beings.
Nah, Mike Rashid just went crazy right there.
Listen, we got Elon Musk, right? He's a person that tapped into his potential.
Yes.
Floyd Mayweather tapped into his potential. We have incredible human beings, and we're all human beings.
Yeah.
We all have the potential for something great. Now, here's the thing. When I was talking about slave morality, then you have master morality. I adopt master morality, but there's a different type of master morality. So the churches, the government officials, the quote unquote gatekeepers of society, they keep people programmed with slave morality and to keep them slaves, right? Like they want to keep eating off of these people, right?
Well, could you say that about the education system too? They use like these mills that print law degrees for people who are.
I was just flexing my shoulder because I seen that shit looking like a motherfucking boulder. Don't mind me. Actually, you should mind me because all I know is fucking gay. You see that motherfucking shoulder pain? All I want to say is God is great. Gracias a Dios. Thank you, God.
We're not qualified to practice law. Yeah. They're using you as an annuity.
Listen, it's weird for a teacher to teach business.
Isn't it?
Your teacher.
Yeah.
Just like this lady was trying to go back and forth with me, but I didn't participate. She argued it with herself. She's a psychologist, right? And she thought that my message telling men that depression is a decision was dangerous, right? I'm telling them work out, whatever puts you in that situation.
Wait. Hold on, let me check the stream if you can see. But I got a bar for you guys first. If you think you're depressed, try to get 255 pounds off your chest. See if you got time to be depressed. When you got 5 plates on your chest. How could you ever be depressed when you focus on being the best? How could you be depressed when there's people out there that got less? It's called Be Grateful.
Stupid.
It's called You Still Breathing, right? You got water, right? Lemon water? You got food too, right? So you got water, you got food, and you talking about you depressed and shit.
Shut up, bitch.
Come on, son. It's called motherfucking. You bumped your fucking head. Stop being a little bitch. You bumped your head. Do a fucking workout. Maybe because you sitting down and you're not getting no sun and you're not doing any movement and all that shit. What the fuck you thought was gonna happen? Your body is eating itself. That's called atrophy. Atrophy. Your muscles is atrophying. Your body's breaking down like fractions. What you thought was gonna happen? You're not working out, but you eating mad meals. How you thought you was gonna feel? You're not making no moves. You're watching too much YouTube. What you thought you was gonna do? Depressed. Oh. Listen, I'm gonna keep it all the way at that. Wow. There's things called endorphins in your brain, guys. All right? This is science. Endorphins in your brain. You work out, you push yourself. Like how you see I'm doing my sets of my curls right now, right here on Streamington, multitasking, while I'm doing the fucking. In one hand, I'm doing this, posting shorts, retweeting shit. On the other hand, I'm doing this, I'm pausing, giving input, and I'm in the middle, and I'm doing curls, and I'm about to do some shoulder presses too. While we at it, drop a bomb for that. It's these things called endorphins in your brain where if you do a nice set and you push yourself, you get your blood flowing a certain way, it's chemically impossible to be depressed. So I'm trying to hear less.
Start working on it, start fixing it. You ain't got time to be depressed, right? I understand depression is a big monster, right? Looming over many of us. Fight that motherfucker off, be defiant to it. I did, right? And she's telling me I'm not qualified to speak on these things. I'm like, wow.
But you did, you had depression and then you didn't.
You're not qualified to speak on these things. This is what I told her. I said, man, in all due respect, you went to school 6-8 years, and then as soon as you graduated, that school employed you. So you're teaching what you learned.
Yeah.
You have to teach that protocol, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you my qualifications, right? It'll spin your head. But trust me, I'm qualified. You're not qualified. You're all theory. And your theory is around a system that doesn't change. They don't modify anything.
Yes.
And it's based around medication, giving people, drugging people up. That's dangerous. That's extremely dangerous.
You were talking about the natural, like you're a naturalist, right? Okay, so what if we did this instead? We started to say the cures for depression like exist in our evolution. So let's say 50,000 years ago, the man who stayed in the cave and felt sorry for himself, he did not procure a wife or protein for the tribe to eat. So you're evolutionarily, which guy would get the dopamine hit and the oxytocin reliefs and the serotonin? The guy who kills the game, comes back with it. Me and Brandon Carter used to talk about this. You'd walk in and you'd have the deer. Just imagine the feeling that the tribe that's starving feel, like the cheering that you get.
Guy.
There's no, I'm telling you right now, not even winning a Super Bowl, there's probably no equivalent feeling for anyone today than you feeding the starving tribe and seeing your wife and your kids right there. And we don't have anything like that. And I promise you that lady, whoever she is, because she doesn't conceive of this concept, can't understand that man is not depressed. He's not, because 100%. He provided. Now, here's the thing. Now, what does that also mean? That means the cure for depression for a man is now different than the cure for depression for a woman.
Correct.
I have never seen a guy with a basketball in his hand be depressed. I've never seen a guy who's dating a beautiful woman who is like absolutely obsessed with him be depressed. But yet, if I were to say, get a hot girlfriend and go to the gym, it's like, you're not qualified. It was like, I might not be qualified, but I've also never seen it not work. Now, there's some people that do suffer from schizophrenia, actual clinical depression, these things like this. But my thing is, create a scalable business, start doing things that you enjoy, maybe spend some time in nature, go to the gym, and then try meeting new people.
So what he said was, get that bag and get brolic, and you can't be depressed. That sounds pretty valid to me, man. Get a baddie, get brolic, get a bag. Drop a bomb for that one. That sounds valid to me, man. I'm not even gonna lie.
Then after that, if it's still debilitating depression, absolutely go seek help. But do those things first.
Right.
And don't accept from the beginning, hey, this is the easy way out for me to say you have a diagnosis of depression. Therefore, if I have a diagnosis of depression, what have I done? I've taken on an identity. This identity has been pre-programmed for me by pharmaceutical companies. And it's like, and the best part is this, there's no distinction between my depression and a female depression. None whatsoever. Postpartum depression for a woman, that's something men do not experience. Men and women deal with depression differently. Women are twice as likely to deal with depression than men are. And it has mostly to do with the fact that we have 17 times as much testosterone as them. But like when you come to that realization, and then you look in the literature, and not
got too many phones, man. Nah, but yeah, I like what he's saying here. That's why I had to come back. Depression is all about selling drugs, and it's totally different men and women. Postpartum depression, yeah, but damn, that was a great point, man. When it comes to men and all this fucking testosterone pumping through my fucking balls.
Pause. Big pause. Big pause.
Nah. But for real though, when you got all this fucking testosterone pumping, you feel me? That depression is not gonna be jumping. You feel me? It's impossible. So
Stupid.
let's continue.
only does it not give different prescriptions for men and women, it literally says things. The American Psychological Association said that they said that traditional masculinity, they labeled it as a disorder. Stop. I know some people think I am exaggerating.
What the fuck? That's why that's the title of the video?
Stupid.
What type of fucking... Yo, what? Traditionally, masculinity disorder. Nah, son. searching this shit up. I don't see nothing. I see a few articles here. You see USA Today. It seems like they were trying to go in that direction, I guess. But I don't think it's really a disorder. That would be fucking wild, bro. Hell no. That would be nutty.
Right now.
That's
Stop
hilarious.
what you're doing
That's
and
hilarious.
look up APA, traditional masculinity. And they think traditional masculinity is a disorder. You want to think, like, when people say, oh man, there's a conspiracy or whatever, it sounds nuts until you see stuff like that.
Nah, let's try that again. What did he say to search up?
Oh man, there's a conspiracy or whatever is a disorder.
APA, traditional masculinity. Let's search it up. Right. APA. Oh, that's the American Psychological Association. Marked by stoicism, competitiveness, dominance, and aggression, is on the whole harmful. Men socialized in this way are less likely to engage in healthy behaviors. What the fuck type of stupid fucking God, this can't be real.
Shut your damn mouth.
Bro. Yo, we are fucking cooked. This can't be real. Bro, this cannot be real, bro. Holy shit. This shit is a fucking conspiracy. Nah, bro, this is nutty. I can't believe this shit, bro.
Traditional masculinity, and they think traditional masculinity is a disorder. You want to think, like, when people say, oh man, there's a conspiracy or whatever, it sounds nuts until you see stuff like that and you're like, oh no, they really are trying to stop masculine men from being masculine because they keep leading in society. There's one other thing though you said about the Pareto principle. Let's actually put the numbers to it. On dating apps, the top 10% of men get 63% of the right swipes. For women, it's the top 43% of women get 63% of the right swipes. So,
nah, bro, I can't believe what I just read actually though. This shit said stoicism, competitiveness, dominance, and aggression, bro. This is fucking nutty, bro. Holy shit. We getting those fucking gains. That stupid, fuck whoever wrote that shit on the American Psychological, whatever the fuck. They can suck my fucking dick. Woo!
Stupid.
Nah, that's fucking nutty, bro. How is stoicism? Bro. How is stoicism Bro, stoicism is about fucking controlling your emotions, like not letting your emotions control you. It's not, people commonly think it's like not feeling your emotions. No, like oh men should just, nah, that's not what it is. You feel it, but you observe, like you just have a barrier between what you're feeling and then how you choose to react. The fuck? Like, is that not like, see, men are dangerous. Men are like strong. Men could like harm shit if they just get swept up in their emotions. That's what happens with like school shooters, men that do other shit like grape, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like, that's men that's not controlling their emotions. Stoicism is all about controlling your emotions. I think that's the best way for a man to be, bro. What the fuck? So marked by stoicism, competitiveness, which is it's the reason why we got fucking buildings and businesses and all that shit. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god, bro. This is nutty, bro. Like, what the fuck is the world coming to, bro?
Stupid.
This is definitely very worrisome. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't find it the first time, and I thought he was just capping for the video, to be honest. But the fact that this shit is real, and American Psychological Association has got this definition literally saying it's harmful to have traits of stoicism, competitiveness. Bro, what the fuck? The natural traits of a man, don't be a man, pretty much, is what they're saying. They want you just to be a soft little bitch. Keep it all the way of being. They just want you to be a good slave, so they want you to not have none of those traits that's going to make it hard for them. It's a conspiracy. I told you I was going to hit the shoulder presses, baby. We're doing the whole fucking workout on the stream, baby. I love it. I fucking love it. Holy shit. This is the part in the workout where you get reborn. I told y'all the fucking shirt was gonna come off during the stream, bitch. You know what? Just to clarify, it's for the ladies. When the shirt comes off on stream, it's for the ladies. Feel me? Holy fucking shit. We're getting a good workout. We're getting this good knowledge, bitch. Drop a fucking bomb. We're multitasking. I'm about to post a YouTube short because I haven't yet, bitch. I'm about to post a YouTube short. I'm about to fucking go make my fucking eggs. Re-up on the water. But I just did another set. And I got a lot left. All right, let's continue. But this shit is wild. I can't believe that they really try to make this into some negative shit, bro. They bugging out. They bugging out.
So we have more of a distribution.
Right.
For the top 20% of men get 83% of the right swipes. And this one's crazy. The top 40% of men get 96% of the right swipes, which means the bottom 60% of men are competing with 4% of women. That should tell you Pareto principle. Mm-hmm. Then we look at like body count. There's probably a bottom third of men that like have maybe one or two sexual partners by the time that they're 30. Mm-hmm. The median or the mean is five sexual partners in a lifetime. When you get to the top 5%, men have had 50 sexual partners. In the top 1%, it's 150 sexual partners. So I want you to consider this: 0 for the first third. Then in the mean, we're at 5. And then at 150, does that seem like a normal distribution to you? Or does it seem like there's a few guys at the top that are having unlimited success when it comes to money, scaling their business, fixing their social media, dating beautiful women, have higher IQs, live longer lives that are healthier, and then the rest of them, like we said before, are just sheep, and they're happy being sheep. And the last thing you were saying before, it's never like getting into that top echelon. It's never been easier because the world keeps teaching you to not be in it. So like me teaching men like actual proper dating techniques. Hey man, get her to talk about herself. To some people, they're like, oh, that sounds Machiavellian. That sounds like you're, being manipulative. Teaching normal dating techniques to the regular world, to big tech and the larger overall media complex, they look at that as being toxic. So what I'm saying is, if you just listen to good advice, because everyone else is being taught bad advice, it's so easy to get in this top 15% now.
Yeah. One's destiny is literally the decisions they make, right? And then here's an easy equation. All the little things matter. It adds up. One does not get buff overnight. It's not one event that makes him buff. One powerlifting meeting. No. Every day he's doing this. It's habits. And discipline is required. What's discipline? Is doing the things that are good for you. Even when you don't want to do it, still do it. Fuck it. Go do it. Just go. And then what happens is, after a while, like the things that were hard for you to do, that you needed to create all of the discipline for, you don't. It's just easy. It's second nature. You can't, like, we was at the gym today and one of my buddies, they did travel all over the world 45 days and he didn't work out. I'm like, that's crazy to me.
That is crazy.
Part of my existence is feeling good because I've worked out and hit the sauna and all of the things in the morning, right? So if I don't do that, I'm not in the best mood. You know what I mean? So, and I don't think I'll be pleasant on a trip like that. I've built up so much of this over time. I'm just locked in. And it's funny that they say that's toxic, right? Somebody called me a sociopath. Is it a sociopath?
Sociopath,
no. Is it
psychopath? There's sociopath or sociopath. Antisocial personality disorder.
Sociopath. No, narcissist. They call me a narcissist.
So that's one of the other Machiavellian.
So I looked up narcissist. I'm like, yeah, okay, this is me. It looks great. And then the bottom part, don't care about other people.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't think you're a narcissist.
No, I don't care about everybody.
Yo, I'm getting my boiled eggs together and shit. But I heard them talking about narcissists. Drop a fucking bomb for being a narcissist. Now what?
Stupid.
Now that you can't turn it and make it negative, what you gonna say now? Drop another bomb for being a narcissist. When we drop a second bomb, we gotta drop a third. You feel me? All the narcissists in the building, stand up.
Yeah, I care about people I care about. And that's okay. And that should be okay to other people. I'm not saying I'm going out harming people that I don't care about. I just don't deal with them. But it's abnormal for one to really care about everybody. Like, you don't have the capacity.
But you're still aware that other people have feelings.
Yeah,
like
for
you are like, I don't think you're a narcissist, because not only are you aware that other people have feelings, you can actually feel bad for them and know that they're making the wrong decision, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Narcissists can't do that. Narcissists are like, how do you not see everything my way? So whereas like a normal person, like if you see a girl crying because you had to tell her an uncomfortable truth, you're like, oh, I kind of feel bad. Whereas the narcissist is like, what are you talking about? You get to hang out with me. You get to spend time with me. You should be happy. This is all about me. Narcissists are incapable of understanding, empathetic. And I know you have that ability.
No, I got a high degree of empathy.
Yeah.
But like 90% of what makes a narcissist is also what makes a successful man in this world.
Isn't it crazy?
So it's like, this is what y'all are demonizing, right? These notions like this, it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than a rich man to get into heaven. No thanks. Get that.
Yo, I can still hear from the fucking kitchen drop a fucking bomb. This is exactly what I always say. I always say this shit, bro. They want to tell you, oh, it's narcissist, da da da, because they trying to hold you down. Of course, they're going to tell you ways to be a fucking sheep. You know what I call narcissist? You know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like to me that you're focused on self-preservation, which is important, because how are you going to help anybody else if you can't help yourself? And it sounds like to me that you self-confident, you got confidence in yourself, therefore you could take the necessary risks. And the confidence to keep going after you fail, to keep pushing through until you get what you need. You need confidence for that. It's a fucking psyop. It's a fucking psyop. Don't fall for it.
Stupid.
Telling you, they're trying to make your brain short circuit. They don't want you to be successful. They want you to be a fucking sheep. You know what I call that? Lies. Straight up fucking lies, dog. And you know what? I'm pretty sure they do that shit on purpose. Matter of fact, like I said, I'm pretty sure they do this shit on purpose because they trying to hold you down. It's a conspiracy. Stop fucking playing with me, dog. I've been said this. Go look back at the other streams. I've been saying this on Twitter and shit too. I said this to a shorty the other day, like a month ago. She tried to call me crazy. I said they trying to hold you down with that term. Because those traits is what it takes to succeed. I'm telling you. All right, fuck it, let's continue. But dead ass, I've been saying that shit. So it was nice to hear bro say that from across the apartment and shit like that. But let's continue.
That shit out of here.
Yeah.
That's dangerous. The meek shall inherit the earth. No, they're not. No, they're not. They told my ancestors on plantations, like, hey, I know this kind of sucks right now, but look at this scripture right here. Honor your master. Just keep doing what you're doing. But when you die, you land of milk and honey. It's all good. And people believe that shit. No thanks. You got heaven. I want heaven right now. I'm getting my heaven right now. And that's the thing. You can create your own heaven. If you take scripture as literal, I mean, the description of heaven is a palace with pearly gates and golden floors. It sounds fire. It's a mansion. Work for it. When you're dead, nobody's come back to really tell us what happens.
Yeah.
Let's deal with what we have right now. I don't even look at, I'm not a big planner, right? Because I just honor right now. I honor what I have. Yesterday, I don't think about. It's gone. Tomorrow is an illusion. I hope I have tomorrow. I really would like tomorrow, but I'm living now and I'm honoring these moments now. And people need to like really honor that, to honor themselves and love themselves. I ask people all the time, do you love yourself, right? Of course, of course. I'm like, all right. So I ask them a bunch of questions. They're not loving themselves well.
Yeah.
You know, they're not even honest with themselves. Life, in my estimation, life is rich when you have a community of people that love you, care about you, you care about them. Y'all need each other. They need you, especially for a man to be needed, right? And respected. That's a currency that's worth more than gold.
Yes.
Respect. But you need to be able to deal with people in the right way. And if you're not dealing with this with self in the highest order, you can't deal with anybody else like that. If you're not honest with yourself, you can't be honest with other people.
Yeah.
If you're not loving yourself, you can't love other people. And then the basic things are things like working out.
Yeah.
Things like being mindful of the food that you put in your body.
Yes.
Things like not drinking alcohol, right? I get it. I get the fun components, right? But fellas, I tell fellas this all the time. I'm okay with fun, but fun for me is setting it up for everybody else to have fun.
For sure, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Me being on point. I enjoy that. So people got their panties in a bunch of a post I did the other day. 19 Keys and I did a podcast, and he asked me, what's the optimal state for a man? I said, for me, is a state of war.
Interesting.
A state of like always prepared for war, right? I'm at war at all times. And is physical is the least part, right? But I'm ready for that. It's psychological, it's spiritual, it's financial, it's business, it's all of the things, right? Think about this. Back to idealism. In America, this is the best place to live, right?
Yeah.
The opportunities are in an abundance. People are relatively free, and it's pretty safe unless you're in certain areas, right? And you can just not be in those areas. But we only have that relative freedom, this peace, this opulence.
I already know where you're going. Yeah.
Because the heads of this state, of this place, this great nation, are extremely treacherous and extremely violent.
Yeah.
Right? So without great violence, there would be no great peace, right? So that has to be the case. And as a head of a family, as a head of a business, as a head of all of these things, I have to be that guy.
Yeah.
Y'all don't have to see it, right? And people is weird as girls are loving what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm like, guys, pay attention to what the ladies are saying.
Yeah.
They're in here saying, look, fuck, you need peace and just, when war comes, then you do it. Like, how do you get ready for war if you're always in a state?
It is better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
Miyamoto Musashi.
Yeah.
So who's a gentleman, calligraphy, poetry, but he killed 150 men.
Yeah.
You feel me? I attribute morality to that, to a man that's extremely capable, not just capable, but willing.
Yeah, buddy. We motherfucking. Can I add multiple screens in this bitch? We got our eggs. 5 boiled eggs, paprika, black pepper, sazonador, the green one. I got some Tabasco right there. I re-upped on the fucking lemon water. Oh my goodness. We gotta keep them gains coming in no matter what. Drop another fucking bomb for the game. Did we get the gains? Of course we fucking did. Did we not get the gains? Must have bumped your head if you thought we did it. Of course. I was waiting here doing the podcast and my brain was like, time for the fucking gains. And then I said, okay. Let's continue.
To make that full commitment. So when I teach about being dangerous in my community, right, to men, and it's not just about being physically capable, but are you down to shoot somebody? Are you down to choke that man's life out of his body if he does X, Y, Z? And I have these guys at the gun range, like, that's cool, but are you going to use that on somebody?
Yeah.
So that's what it takes. It's like we all love somebody that can really commit. We're all going to die one day. People hold on to life. They fear death.
Yeah.
They fear incarceration. It's like, no, I accept it all. I got to go at some point. I'd rather go out in a flyway. Because somebody said one time, some of the shit that I was talking about, they're like, they're going to kill you for that. I'm like, don't threaten me with a good time. You know what I'm saying? Amplify my voice. Amplify my message. That's cool. I got to die anyway. I don't want to be an old fucking decrepit man.
Yeah.
With a diaper on.
So Mia Khalifa, she had an interesting comment. She said, it goes, when I was doing porn, I was selling my body to the porn companies. Mm-hmm. It's worse to be in the army. He goes, because if you're in the army, you're selling your body to the government. And everyone sent me this video and wanted me to react to it. And I was like, and it's really interesting because I was like, does Mia Khalifa think I joined the military for me? I didn't join the military for me. I joined the military for you. Mm-hmm. I joined the military.
Really? I don't know about that one, man. I don't know if that's the case for everybody. This nigga might be a motherfucking Captain America. Hold on. He's on some different Captain America shit. He said, I didn't do it for me. I did it for you. Holy shit.
For Mia Khalifa, I joined the military for your freedom. And what you said before, extremely violent men have chiseled out this cubby hole of safety for her to say nonsense like that. And the problem is, Mike, a lot of times we've done too good of a job. It's the father who makes so much money that he makes his wife and his children's life so cushy that then they complain to him about how their lives are. We get so good at being violent, like you said, to carve out this place of safety for our family that they've, one of the best lessons I've ever heard, Neil Patel, the guy's worth several $100 million. If you guys know, the SEO specialist. And one of the things he regrets is he created an irrevocable trust for his children based on a certain percentage of his company. Well, now his children are going to inherit hundreds of millions of dollars. And he's like, I wish I had not done that because it's going to change the way they grow up as far as the struggle that they have to go through. We get so good sometimes at providing for our friends and our family that they are now able to complain. So now Mia Khalifa, who does things where in a different time and place she would not be as accepted, is now sitting there complaining. My favorite thing about Mia Khalifa is she complains about porn stars while using her porn name to complain about porn stars, then goes on OnlyFans and continues to produce content in the nude. It's like, but she can live in that hypocrisy because she lives in a place where people are willing to die for her freedom to do so. And she completely misses the irony in what's going on there. So what you're saying is exactly correct. But the further and further away we get from the survival scenario, meaning as technology increases, as we start figuring out ways to produce food quicker, produce shelter, I think one day you're going to see 3D printed homes, and that's what we're going to do with our homeless situation.
It's happening.
Yeah,
it's happening.
But as we get further and
meat,
shit
like that.
I'm gonna be honest. Hold on. What?
Big pause. Big pause. Pause.
Anyway. I was gonna say, yes, it might be getting around that time, man. It's the second stream today, but we'll have to see how much more I'm gonna last, because my guy Michael Sartain is starting to go in. We're gonna see. Might have to end this soon. Yeah, I wanted to do this in a few parts because I'm not going to sit here fucking, like I said, it would take 2 hours. I mean, it would take 4 hours to do a 2-hour podcast. At least. So, yeah, man, we're going to end this. We're going to wrap it up soon, but let's continue a little bit.
As we get further and further away from a survival scenario, great book on this by Steven Pinker is called Enlightenment Now. The level of poverty people exist. The poorest man in the world, in the country right now, still has broad spectrum antibiotics, whereas like Henry VIII died of gout. He was the richest man in the world and died of something that we could cure today. The poorest people in the world are still wealthy in comparison to their ancestors. But we've made the world so comfortable that now we have the ability to sit there and watch pornography or women go on OnlyFans and make money. And by the way, I don't have a problem if a woman wants to make money on OnlyFans, but it distorts the way her mind works. And it's like, I didn't do a lot of work to make.
Bro, OnlyFans and corn distorts everybody's fucking mind, bro. Drop a fucking bomb for that. That's the fucking truth. That shit is demonic. And it's destroying everybody's fucking mind. And it's mighty funny that it's a certain type of people pushing it, the same type of people that's pushing all the other bullshit that's degenerate to society, that's satanic, and that's not very good, and that fucks everybody up in the head. I was looking brolic as hell. Drop a fucking bomb for their biceps looking brolic as shit. Come on, son. What the fuck? Yeah, man. Porn is really fucking sick, and it really fucks a lot of shit up. Really opens up a lot of demonic fucking loopholes. Yeah. So he's saying for women, I'm saying in general, corn is really, really bad. Really fuck shit up. And if you still watching that shit,
Stupid.
good luck. Good luck with that one.
Make this money, and now I'm suffering from depression and I can't figure out why. The answer must be for me to take Prozac. That must be the answer. Or a man watches a bunch of porn.
Prozac is never the fucking answer.
Stupid.
You gotta be really fucking cooked, man. You gotta be really cooked. But I know people be really cooked to that level where you just get to that point where everybody's to that point. Like, I don't know, fuck it, take this, man. Honestly, take the Prozac. Because we don't know. You might be cooked. You feel me? But generally, I don't think that's ever the answer to take that. You feel me? I don't know about that one. You feel me?
Stupid.
Pornography, or the worst one is, you were talking before about taking the feedback and people being able to like listen. It's the guy, like, this is a common problem I have, is very wealthy clients who used to pay women for sex, and they come to me and they actually,
hey, we were just talking about this on the last stream because Ben Kevo and Finesse was talking about paying bitches. You feel me? We was talking about that on the last stream, and every time they bring this shit up, dog, I'm gonna let everybody know. I'm gonna let the world know I ain't never paid for pussy in my life. Bitch, I never even bought OnlyFans. And I say this shit with my motherfucking chest because I'm proud of this shit. Now, I'm just speaking personally for myself, but personally, the reason why I don't do it is because I think that's weirdo shit. That's just me personally. That's my own personal opinion. That's why I don't do it. You feel me? That shit is for the fucking birds. Leave it to them. You ain't gonna find me doing that shit ever, nigga. Always gonna hit them with the... Feel me? Other than that, nigga, never pay for pussy in my life. Pump your fucking head, baby. You feel me? I said strictly hit him with the resonator. Don't let the DM Dominator get a hold of him. Stop fucking playing with me. Drop a bomb. Son.
they think they have game. They're like, I'm good with women and I pay women for sex, and they mix the two together. And you're like trying to explain to them, like, no, you have no game.
Yeah.
The girl has tricked you into thinking you have game. And you don't understand that. Or the woman who left swiped 600 times on a dating app, and she thinks because she left swiped on all those men that she's better than those men, and that she could easily at 33, 43, whenever, find any one of those men to come back and then to be in a relationship with her and put a baby in her and provide for her. And she doesn't realize 14% of men in this country make over $100,000 a year. 17% of the men in this country are...
This nigga Michael Sartain got all the motherfucking mathematical facts. This nigga Michael Sartain moving like Myron Gaines. Holy fucking shit.
6 feet tall. The top 1% of wage earners in this country make $500,000 a year, but she thinks that she's going to get a guy who makes $5 million a year and 6'3",
and it's going to be just her
and faithful. Exactly. And exactly. So that level of delusion, we're not willing to look at take the feedback from what it is that we're doing. And the last one that I was thinking of, if you ever watch like really progressive, like liberal content creators, they look at people yelling. It could be the Navy SEALs. I don't know if you've seen, there's these certain alpha male shows where they scream at guys, or guys like me yelling at people. And Justin Waller was recently canceled on YouTube because Vice found a clip of him like being critical of a guy. It was like a nothing clip. And the reason is because political progressives, liberals, or people you want to say, or collectivists, they look at that and they don't understand that I am telling, like a military training instructor, a Marine Corps instructor, he's telling the cadet these things because he loves them. That person. You're a Marine and I'm a Marine. I'm an airman, you're an airman.
He's trying to be effective.
But he doesn't, but like if you're a progressive, or if you're a weak-minded person, if you're a slave, like we said before, that doesn't seem like that's possible, and it doesn't seem like it's productive. I'm disciplining my child because I love my child, and that's so hard for people to grasp. They're like, no, you're trying to control them. If I tell my daughter, you should try, I want you to be with a man who's willing to die for you and my grandchild, and I don't want you to give sex to anyone but him. And if you do that, you got the best chance of like having a long relationship.
Right.
To people out to Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, I'm controlling her. And it's so, no, I'm not telling her that because I hate her. I'm telling that because I love her.
And I know better.
Yes.
I know better.
I know better. Yeah.
Yo, if y'all would have seen me just a few days ago, I said I would bounce back so fast with the quickness. Drop a fucking bomb for me bouncing back on my fitness. Boy is fucking killing it, baby. We killing it. Whew. They talking that shit though. They talking that shit, man. Feel me?
Yeah. Now it's interesting. So you bring up a really interesting point about how the guy who's worth a few $100 million, he created a soft life for his family.
Yes.
So that's something that I've always wanted to like be delicate about, to not do. But I also work my ass off for my kids to live what's considered a privileged life. I don't see it as privilege. I think it's a natural state of where they should be because of my hustle. So for instance, with my son, I just keep him close to me and we talk a lot. Right? The first bit of adversity that I gave him was putting him in boxing. And it's funny because that was my baby boy. Seeing him getting punched in the face, it hurt. But I needed to do that. It had to happen, you know? And I was like, so it hurt for one, because this is your child. But then there's a whole nother layer to it. It's like, is my child a punk?
Here's the thing. The first time your child got hit in the head when he was boxing, you know what you guaranteed? He was never going to be a YouTube commenter. Oh, he was never going to be a fucking troll on TikTok. You guarantee. You want to know why? Because he got hit in the face. Remember that dude who was talking shit to Mike Tyson on the plane? Mike Tyson gets up and starts punching him. That guy.
Nah, that was hard. That was hard. Facts, bro. Wowzers. He just guaranteed he was not going to be in the YouTube comments just like that.
Leaves YouTube negative YouTube comments.
Oh, for sure.
Negative YouTube commenters never been punched in they shit. Holy shit, that's a truth bomb. Once we hit like an hour and 20-some minutes, I was like, yo, I'm ready to get off this bitch, man. But now I'm seeing we're close to the 2 hours, and I'm thinking we might just push through. We gonna see. I mean, shit, I'm just doing regular shit. I'm working out, doing this and that. You feel me? Getting my gains, eating, da-da-da. So fuck it. I might stay on.
You, me, Wes Watson, Dan Fleischman, Justin Waller, we're all sitting having dinner. And I'm like, hey, guys, when was the last time any of you went on Instagram and left a negative YouTube comment?
Happen.
We'd be like, I don't know how to leave a negative YouTube comment.
It's so bizarre to do.
Yeah.
First of all, if I don't like your shit, I'm not going to watch it.
Exactly.
Second of all, if like there's people that I know that I didn't like their content, I just stopped following them so I don't have to see it. It's so many steps before leaving a comment and then hitting send. I would think it's embarrassing. You should be embarrassed.
If you publicly criticize someone whose phone number you have, that is such bitch behavior. I made a rule. If I have a guy's phone number and he says something bad about me, I'm always going to talk to him first, because I don't need clout from getting into a beef with you.
Even like there's people that try to hide, like the psychologist woman. If she cared, DM me. Let's talk about it. Say that my position is a little bit problematic and explain why. Right. It's funny because we talked a little bit in the DM, and I just wasn't bending on my position, and it was funny. Her reaction was just like, "You're such a dangerous man." I'm like, wow. I've never even yelled at a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't yell at men, right? I'm dangerous. Like, I would keep you safe. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that to her. And I'm sure her husband is probably some soft guy. She's not proud of him because I didn't see him anywhere on there.
Sure.
I listened to her and I heard her mention him. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's neither here nor there. But anyway,
He said she's not proud of him. I didn't see him at all. Yo. Sheesh.
my boy, that first sparring, he got turned. It was like the dog with his dick out. Like they ready for war.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, he got it in him. The dog is in him, right? But he's I have been and I still am training him to be a legitimate Renaissance man, a gentleman, right? A man who can appreciate the arts, right? A man who trains his body and his mind, and a man who can be a warrior when necessary. And I'm so pleased with him thus far because he's such a solid human being.
Yeah.
He's not like, you know, the bratty kids, like he's chill. He thinks about me when we're shopping or this, like, nah, dad, we don't need that. You know, we can save money by doing this. And I love that, you know, because I'm not frugal at all.
Yeah.
But he is, and I don't know how, and I love it.
It's so great.
I
yeah.
love it.
And you also mentioned he lives with you, and he's gonna live with you for a while. So I think
he's married.
I think the key there is, like, as long as he plays by your rules, then he understands that things will be fine for him.
Yeah.
Then so I totally understand that. You mentioned another thing before. You said the optimal state for men is a state of war.
Some men,
yes. I think the apex of human existence, and I'm just going through like evolutionary studies, is men achieving goals with other men. So this is the reason why we watch the Super Bowl, the reason why we watch the World Cup, the reason why we watch war movies, the reason why we all sat there, people sat there in 1969, watched the moon landing. The reason why we watch these things because it was men accomplishing goals, even the rescue operation.
The moon landing? I don't know about that shit, man. I'm gonna keep it a beam.
When their submarines are trying to rescue people or pulling someone out of a well, we all come together as a society, and we're, as a group, we're like almost accomplishing goals together. That and having a family. I think those are the two apexes of human existence. And going to war would essentially be planning, strategy, resources, logistics, camaraderie, leadership, communication, all those things that you would need in order to go to war. And so that would be accomplishing a goal. I mean, I can't imagine anything better than, like, you know, the feeling after winning a 100%. War, right? So like that's essential. That's how I would see it too. And a lot of people don't grasp that concept. Is like, because I teach a networking course, I'm like, the best thing you can do for me, my sales team knows that I'm there to be of service to them and my business partners. Even though I'm the face of the business, I tell them all the time, I can't do this without you. And so I'm here to serve you. What did I do this week to make your job harder? What can I do this week to make your job easier? And I'm their boss. And I tell them that. And I do that because in the end, I see us crossing the finish line, starting a couple of other businesses together. And me being of service to them. And I learned this from Jocko Willink. He had a great book called The Dichotomy of Leadership by Jocko Willink and Leif Babin. me being of service to them ultimately is going to be the best feeling of all, because I have earned their respect. And by the way, you and I, we're the boss. We don't need any fucking respect. No one in your company needs to give you an award. No one needs to tell me I'm good at my job. My job now as the leader is to what? To heap praise. If you ever meet Ty Lopez, he sits there in a crowd full of people and he's just heaping praise. This guy's the best at this. This guy's he does this all day long because he's Ty Lopez. He doesn't need any more praise. He's got all the praise. And that's something I had to learn is like, as the leader, I can change how each one of these guys feels and loves working for me because I can give them praise and it costs me nothing to do so.
Here's the thing. Everybody can't be the boss. Everybody can't be at these apex positions. There should be a respect for all classes / castes. There used to be a time when
I'm learning a lot about leadership and shit like that. I just try to bring a bunch of dope people together. Shit, my bad. I got mad black peppers in the fucking games, my bad. But drop a bomb for the games, bitch. But yeah, man, I had just put a bunch of dope people together from Twitter in a group chat, and it was a nice little test of leadership. And so yeah, I just mentally noted that down. I was just studying a lot of people, and I heard a lot of them saying, you know, there's no Rambo shit, there's no lone wolf. Like, you need a team in order to take things to the next level. You need teams of people, need to be able to get teams of people together. So you know, you need to be able to be a good leader. So I like what they just said here about how giving praise often. I just took a mental note on that one, so just had to share that with y'all. Drop a bomb for that one. That's a good one.
when there was, but now it's like everything is looked at as bad, right? Because people suffer from idealism. And I'm gonna blame to an extent the Greeks for this in democracy. I'm not a fan of democracy.
Really?
I'm not a fan of democracy. Let's say this is our civilization, right?
Okay.
Say it's 100 people. Who the fuck are these people to vote on anything? What do they know? Right?
Right.
Think about the average person. What do they know? I think it's bizarre for people to complain about certain things, like say, for instance, school boards or cops or whatever, but they're not doing anything to participate in who's in those positions or lean on them for whatever, and they can. And it's a lot easier to get things done on that level than it is for a president. So these people are not educated in anything, yet they have all these opinions. We have television, news, or whatever, just literally programming you during election time, tugging at your emotions, because that's a very viable tactic for sales, right? And this is all sales. So they're making you upset with bad news.
Wow, Mike Rashid is dropping crazy bomb just calmly, just like it's nothing. He just said during the elections they pulling on your emotions. And he said just like sales, because that's exactly what it is. Oh my goodness.
Bad news get you to side with whatever political side, and people have no practical information or understanding on politics at all to vote on anything.
Sure.
So a girl tried to bait me into that conversation. Her name was Pearl, just Pearly Things or whatever.
Yeah, Pearl Davis, of course.
Yeah, and it was a fun interview, but it'll never come out because it'll never come out. They'll never put it out. She didn't look too good in that. Because I'm just a normal man. I'm a normal man of my stature.
Sure.
And I'm a pure representation of it.
Stupid.
I don't know what she thought I was. I don't know if she thought that this was a act, or she could I would shit on women or whatever.
Yeah,
but
Pearl, she says a lot of red pill dogma, and she expects men to agree with her. But in her agreeing with her, you're telling a woman she shouldn't be able to vote, which most of the time you would never do anyway.
She did that. She pulled that
of course.
And I said, I agree with her. I said, yeah, but men shouldn't vote either.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody should
Right,
vote.
right. So she goes, but she goes to the extreme,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And she does so. And I think there's some people, rightly or wrongly, feel like some of the things she does is disingenuous to just try to get attention. I like Pearl. She's been nothing but nice to me. Again,
Bro, I mean, I hear what they're saying, and that's just gonna happen a lot in this entertainment shit. Think about it. People is literally like, this is their living. Like, this shit is dog eat dog shit, like dog eat dog world. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like people is out here doing this shit for a living, and like they're trying to get attention. You feel me? So it's gonna be a lot of disingenuous shit. Like, you feel me? They call grifters or whatever, grifters, scammers, whatever. People just, you feel me? Like, bro, there's a lot of that shit on the internet, and of course it's gonna be that people is trying to, like, she got popping because she copied like a lot of the shit from Fresh and Fit after our show specifically. She brought it to her shit. It started working, so she like leaning into it more. That's exactly what people do. They be somewhat authentic. A moment happens naturally, or sometimes they start disingenuous. Like, they start and they're like, okay, I see this, I'm gonna lean into this because this is what gets attention. You feel me? But that bag is not disingenuous, so you feel me? I can't knock shit.
and one of my best friends is Rollo Tomasi. Rollo can't stand Pearl. He can't stand Destiny. He can't stand some of these people. But for me, I'm trying to build a bridge for a lot of these people to have a discussion. But I can absolutely see you having a discussion with Pearl and them not wanting to produce it.
It was fun.
Yeah.
She brings up all of these statistics. I'm like, who funded these studies?
Yeah.
She's like, what?
Yeah.
Who funded these studies?
Right.
She doesn't know.
This nigga Mike Rashid is not new to this. He's true to this. That's why I did this one, bro. He just dropped this. He's a fucking goat. I always been on this shit. Actually, the reason why I got put on the West Watson was Mike Rashid. Mike Rashid's a fucking goat, and it's funny as hell. They thought they was gonna play Mike Rashid and try to do a gotcha or some shit. Like, of course, bro, shitted.
Stupid.
Fucking crazy. Did you bump your head? He said they must have thought this shit was an act. He said, who funded this? Stop fucking playing with you, man.
400 men polled. I wasn't polled, so I don't really. You can't just come to me with statistics.
Sure.
You know, here's the thing. If a person has a rational and a practical position on something, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. You are right for you. That's your own personal truth, right? That's the thing. That's the interesting thing about life. It's not black and white. There's a lot of nuance to everything.
Yeah.
And even with morality and ethics, it's not objective. I'm sorry, it's not.
Yeah, sure.
What's ethically correct to you or to me is very specific to.
That's crazy because most people won't say that shit. Most people will be like, no, it's objective. And then they're thinking exactly only from their perspective. You know what I'm saying? Damn, that was a bar. Oops, nigga, I'm sorry. I'm so in tune that I just be spitting in loops. That man is fucking goated. But a lot of heat in this one.
To our lives and who we have to take care of, especially for a man. It's me first, my family, my tribe, my community, then everybody else after that. You know what I mean? And I think that's the correct position for all men who are in position to provide and protect. That's a divine duty. See, that's where morality should lie. Oh, back to the Greeks, this democracy thing. It's like, no, we're all fair. And if you really think about it, all of these rules were created by weaker men so they can have a shot. Which I understand that. I'm not opposed to that, but I'm like, don't get it fucked up. Y'all calm down sometimes. And here we are, right, in 2024 with our democracy, our robust God. Which I understand that. I'm not opposed. Were created by weaker men so they can have a shot.
He went off with that one.
Which I understand that. I'm not opposed to that, but I'm like, don't get it fucked up. Y'all calm down sometimes. And here we are, right, in 2024 with our democracy, our robust democracy, and it's really weird. So here it is. If I love and want to provide for, protect, and take care of two women, legally, I can't do it. But two men can legally get married.
Yeah.
And adopt children. Excuse me? Why? Because you assholes voted for it. I read a story about a man who sexually abused a child.
Yeah.
Sexually abused an adult female. Went to prison for both. Got out. Violated his conditions. And as he's going back, he became in his mind, a woman, a transgender. And they put him in a female prison. And he abused women there.
Yeah.
Why? Because you assholes voted for it. Listen, I'm going to tell you how deep that problem is. There should never be a sex offender registry. It shouldn't exist. Because if you are a sex offender, you should never get out of prison. Period, point blank. There's no parole date. There's no this many years. Like you're done, right?
We're talking about assault. We're not talking about a couple that fucks in a public place because they can be sex offenders.
That's not an offense.
Yeah. Some people are sex offenders because
it's classless.
Yeah, I've seen one where a guy pisses behind a fucking
that should be taken off of the sex.
Exactly.
That's silly. That's another thing. That's silly that you have something like a physical violent assault on a woman is in the same category as a man pissing in public.
Yeah. It's crazy.
You idiots are voting. I'm not saying everybody, but there's idiots voting for crazy shit like this. I'm not mad at a dictatorship. 10 years, get everything back streamlined, and then y'all can go back and fuck it up in another 20, 30
I've
years.
heard this idea before. There's actually a form of government where they had this, where you would elect a guy for 4 years, and then everything he said goes, and at the end they'd kill him. I think that was how it worked. And then another guy would get elected
kill him,
for years. I forgot what it was, but it was like he had 4 years where he was ultimate and complete rule, because it was like, I think the reason why is because it may have been some some ancestral tribe that did this, because the reason why was because at the end of his term, you knew that all he cared about was his tribe, because he's willing to give his life for it. Does that make sense? And so I think that's why they did it. But there's other examples where somebody will have.
I don't necessarily.
That's pretty fire, damn.
Figure out a council of people that we're assessing, we're scrutinizing. Like, these people seem okay, like they really want the advancement of our nation, and then they choose and they scrutinize and they test and they do all of the things to try to determine a leader, a dictator, or whatever you want to call it, that we think is going to have our best interests at heart. Maybe he's already coming with all of the things that he doesn't need the money or whatever the fuck, and we pick somebody out of that to really get us streamlined. And here's another issue, kind of good but kind of bad with politics, is bureaucracy.
That he's talking about outside of what's normal politics, but it's still politics, you feel me? At the end of the day, you got to govern your damn self. Let me let you in on a little secret, especially for the men out there. Ready? Ain't nobody coming to save you. But go ahead. They talking about experimental, like other governments and shit like that. Plus, it's 47 minutes, so it must be very, very powerful point being made here. But that's numerologies. That's one of my numbers. So it's got to be important what's being said here. Plus, this is the third bomb. That's 47 plus 3. That's magic, bitch.
Nothing ever changes. It takes forever. Everything is voted on by this guy, by that guy, by this feeling, that feeling, yay, nay, and nothing ever changes, which is somewhat of a good thing if you're thinking about tyrants, right?
Yeah. Like
tyrants running shit. They can't. Trump saw that when he was in office, that he couldn't get a lot of shit done.
Correct.
Because it's like, fuck, I can't get anything done. They're not voting for this, voting for that. So we don't have a nation of a king, right? it's by the people, but fuck, the people are weird. The people are doing.
Yo, dead ass though.
Stupid.
Shut your damn mouth. Shut up, bitch.
Some weird things. And I mentioned that thing earlier about the homosexual guys. I don't have an issue against gays. I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody chooses to do behind closed doors. I just don't want to see it. Yeah. I don't want to see straight people kissing in public either.
Sure.
I don't want to see none of that shit.
Yeah, and it's really interesting because if you go back and look at the founding fathers when they came up, originally the Federalist Papers, John Jay, Thomas Jefferson, and then later on the Constitution, when you go back and read it, if you really read it and look at it today, it's like if you really don't like Joe Biden, it actually protects you from Joe Biden, even though he's the president.
100%.
And if you don't like Donald Trump, it protects you from Donald Trump.
100%.
The point was having three branches of government was to create a quagmire so that government would move slowly and so that people could stop and say, hey, this goes against what the Constitution says. So a lot of times when you see the wrong person being elected, there are mechanisms in place from keeping things from just getting too far out of control. Even a great example would be the president can commit troops in a foreign war, but the Congress has to vote on it within 100 days and can pull funding for that war. And so even though the president is the commander in chief, the Congress and the Senate still handle the money. So there's all these mechanisms in place. And in that, it's brilliant because what our founding fathers understood was that men were flawed and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So that's why I was saying before, like for having a certain term to be able to do this, to clean these things up, it might work.
I think the initial framework was pretty legit. There was enough space in it for people who weren't considered free to eventually have freedom.
Yeah.
I mean, it was enough headspace for men to become women, right?
Sure.
So it is what it is. However, this is what we're 300-400 years later. It's a lot more people in this country. Yeah. It's time for revision. It's time to revisit these things. And it's interesting because people hold this thing as such a holy paper, this Constitution, right? But a lot of these systems and policies are not very constitutional. The framework of our country now, or the vibe of our country, is not what they set it up to be, a place that separated church and state, you know, things of that nature. They openly say this is a Christian nation. That's not what they wanted. That's not what they intended. We need to have a sit down and let's rework this thing.
You know what? One of the things I do think is ingenious about our Constitution that makes us different from, like, say, Mexico. So there's in the United States, every chain of command has to end with a civilian. So like say in Pakistan, you actually had a general who was also president at the same time. That doesn't happen in the US. Right. The sitting general. But you also had the federal government could easily just trump the state police anytime they wanted to. In the United States, we have the 10th Amendment. So what you'll see is Texas did it right and California did it wrong. And what happened after that? What did we see? Anybody who lives in Texas, you know, hundreds of thousands of Californians leaving California to move to Texas because they screwed up when it came to their homeless problem and they screwed up when it came to their taxation and they elected the wrong guy to become their governor. And so because of that, I do like the fact that like Louisiana, Mississippi, like these different places can try, it's 50 different experiments, including Puerto Rico, 51 different experiments that we can do to see this form of government works and this form of government doesn't. When DeSantis tried to reopen Florida during the pandemic, what should have happened, according to the liberals, is a massive flood of deaths that never ended up happening. And so we don't go back and then say, well, if DeSantis was correct, then what does that mean Newsom was doing? Like, and it's funny because we should, like, you as a conscious human should say, if DeSantis did this and it worked, then that means what Newsom was doing was defrauding you. And so therefore we should hold him accountable. But instead 100%. We're about to make him like, if you guys know, if Biden steps down, Newsom's the front runner.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah. And it's just one of these things where, like, I think one of the great things about this country is that you can move to a place. If you don't like the politics of Los Angeles, move to Orange County.
Exactly. You said 51 different experiments, but it's a lot more than that because within each state, people who don't know, you guys are so bent out of shape over the federal government. Fuck them. They have very little impact on your lives. You have your state, your county, your city, right? So it's, you know, each state has several governments within it, right? The fact that marijuana is legal here and not across the street, it should tell you a lot right there, right? There is a level of sovereignty to each district or city or county, but people don't realize that. They just ignore that, and they just look at Biden, Trump, right? And I'm like this, like, yo, this is embarrassing. When I couldn't even watch the debate. It was not even entertaining. It was like, this is two old men arguing. Like, they're way too old. The energy's weird, right? Biden is literally too old, right? He's patched together. Trump, he's not
patched together, huh? Biden is patched together, huh? Who the fuck is Biden nowadays? I be going through this water fast as hell, but nah, for real though. Joe Biden? CIA? Masks? It's a conspiracy. I'm not gonna lie, I saw this thing on Twitter, and it was like Biden over the years, and that he be shape-shifting. He must have had a lot of plastic surgeries or some shit. Well, that shit is weird.
He's not even prepared. He knows that this guy can barely talk.
Yes.
Right? It's like, nobody's impressive. Blow my socks off, right?
Yo. We just gonna.
I don't give a fuck if it's just rhetoric. Somebody come up here and be a good leader, a good representation.
Isn't it weird?
Yeah, the standards are very low now.
You have to think about this, right? So if you were to think of like a Colombian cartel, it's not that the guy who runs the cartel becomes a sociopath when he runs the cartel. It was because he was a sociopath that got him to that position. Right. And so when you think about being president of the United States, what do you have to do? You have to pander to people to get money to get to that point. And when you think about politicians like Hillary Clinton or Joe Biden, they've given so many favors to so many people that finally at the end, Biden calls in all these favors that he's been given out since 1977 and goes, okay, now you're the president. And it's like, but it's too old. It's too late. He shouldn't have done it at this point. And then you look at Trump, which obviously, I mean, I think most of us would agree Trump would make a better president than Biden at this point. But we still have a guy who was like trying to impress a woman by showing her top secret documents so he could fuck. Do you guys remember that recording?
Yeah.
Like he did fuck Stormy.
Stupid.
I know.
Nah, yo. I didn't know that. My man Trump. Oh my God, no. Trump was trying to with the documents, with the fucking documents.
Stupid.
That's why he caught the Fed case. Oh my God, Trump caught the Fed case over some damn pussy. Trump is a wild boy, man. I just saw him walking out to many men on Twitter. And I think it was real. Maybe I'm dumb for thinking this shit is real. Even if this shit is not real, I don't care. This shit is hard. Fuck it. Hold on.
Next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Yo, son. If that shit is real, nah, but I did not know that. That's why Trump called that Fed case, yo. That's fucking hilarious.
Stupid.
That is hilarious, bro.
During the debate, they're talking about this, and I don't blame the president. They're
Yeah.
having fun, and he fucked Stormy Daniels while his wife was pregnant. But he did fuck her. Like she signed an NDA. She didn't sign an NDA because they played chess.
Right.
Because they fucked, and he didn't pay her. By the way, he didn't pay her. He paid her to shut up.
Hey, he didn't pay her. Real nigga, I'm sorry. Real nigga alert. I'm sorry. You didn't even pay her. I've been saying that on stream. We don't pay for pussy. And he's dodging all these fed cases, beating all these fed cases and shit. Goddamn. And they try to kill him too, and he came out to Mini Man by 50 Cent. Oh my goodness. Nah, the world is a fucking stage. The world is a stage, and we're literally living in a fucking movie for real. You can't even make a movie about this shit, bro. It would be too unbelievable, bro.
Yeah. But like, we have a president who's, filed for bankruptcy several times. I think Trump has a lot of great ideas, but it's like, and it's not that his.
All right, you know what? This shit is fire, and this has been a long stream. I went longer than I thought. You feel me? Fuck it. We put in a good fight. It's time to end the stream. That's the second one for today. We did what we had to do on this one. You feel me? We hopped on the fucking stream. The goal was consistency. And to the goal, we said,
Get over here!
Feel me? Got some gains, did some working out, took the shirt off, got a nice little pump. You feel me? Successful stream. But yeah, your boy is fucking burnt out. And it's time to get off that bitch. But yeah, man. Go ahead and check the description for all the shit that I motherfucking sell and go fucking support.
Get over here!
For me, back. Go fucking support. Go buy some shit. Power levels is going crazy.
It's over 9,000!
I told you I would bounce back. Go look at the stream. I was very skinny a couple of days ago. I put on almost fucking 7 pounds already. You feel me?
Bombacat!
Straight fucking goat. Fuck you thought. Fuck you thought this was, baby.
Stupid.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, man, definitely burnt out. We killed this stream. Check the description. Buy the fucking shit I have. There's merch available on the website. You could buy one-on-one FaceTime. Make sure to just DM on Instagram, or you could cop the fucking workout program, Borderline Anabolic. Let's fucking go drop a bomb. Yeah, we out this bitch. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next fucking stream. You know how we do, baby.